So, I am psychic. I'm more than psychic, but we're just going to use that blanket term, psychic. I am going to make a series of videos of how I first began to lean into me, leaning into my abilities and what I can do. So I have been psychic all my life, but there was a big chunk of it where I just didn't focus on me. I focused on raising kids, being married, being in the corporate world, going to school. I focused on everything else besides me. So after my divorce and my kids were grown, I really decided to figure out who I was, who Aaliyah was. And that took a lot of work. So you may be there now. I am going to make a series of these videos just to demystify waking up, demystify an awakening, because it's very calming, but it's very scary and lonely as well, because all awakenings are self-tailored. They're not, no two people are going to experience awakening the same. You might have the same themes, but no, you're not going to experience the same awakening. So if you're alone and you feel like, there's no one there, you're kind of by yourself in the dark, hopefully you find this and I can provide you some help and support while you're going through this. But the first thing I want to talk about is when you finally start leaning into you and your gifts and you're just wanting to know everything, you're quite open. And that's how you get overwhelmed, because you're quite open and you think, this is me. This is my awakening. I'm leaning into myself. I'm learning my gifts. So I have to be open. I have to know everything. And that can lead to overwhelm. Overwhelmed because you're energetically leaking everywhere. And so I'm here to tell you, when you're starting this, try not to be open all the time. And I know some of you are thinking, well, I'm psychic. I am opening myself. I'm learning things. I'm letting things come in. This is what I'm supposed to do. Because when you're probably closed off, these things were not happening. You did feel an energetic block closing you off. So I'm trying to keep this brief. Being open and closed. You are not meant to live your life being open all the time. Open to receive information all the time. Think of it like a concert or a telephone. Either one. You're at a concert. Yes, you're there. Everything is around you. You aren't meant to stay in the concert the whole time. Even though you're having fun in the concert, it gets overwhelming. It's too many sensories. It's too much noise. People by you, talking to you. You want to leave and you want some quiet, right? Doesn't mean you don't like the concert. The same thing with the phone. When you want to talk to someone, you pick up the phone. Or if someone's calling you, you want to answer. You have the ability and the space. I like the phone one reference better. You have the ability and the space to answer the phone, to talk to that person, to help that person work through their problems, or just to kiki with that person. You do. You call them or you answer the phone. But there are times where you don't have the capacity to talk to someone, to help someone, or just to be in the space with someone. So you don't answer the phone and you don't make that call. It's the same thing. Just because you have this ability does not mean that, one, you have to use it, or two, that people have access to it just because you have it. You take care of you first. So as you're going through this journey, as you're going through this learning process, the first thing that you're going to learn is when to be open and closed. So you have to decide, do I have the capacity for this? Do I have the capacity to listen? Do I have the capacity to be energetically intertwined with someone? And even if you say, yes, I have the capacity, I want you to do a second thought, which is, right now, is that advisable for me? It's going to make sense, not probably right now, But just think, okay, yeah, you're like, oh yeah, you're gung-ho, you want to do it. You want to help them. But then I still want you to pause and think of you, because of what happens next after you help them. Will you be further entwined in their life? Do they have the capacity to follow this through? And will it be a stretch on you? If anything is a stretch on you, you can't do it. You just can't do it. So, right now, I'm not saying you have to do anything. I just want you to start recognizing when you overextend yourself, or recognizing where it can be hindsight. Recognizing, okay, I really, so and so wanted to talk to me about their life. And again, if you're intuitive, people really want to talk to you about their life because you're intuitive. You help them figure things out. So just again, it can be, after whatever day you find this video, after the day is done, I just want you to sit with yourself later that night and just think if you overextended yourself today, if you were open when you should have been closed. And don't beat yourself up or anything like that. And I don't need you to go through and rehash anything. Just start noticing those. Just start noticing, okay, I really spent 2 hours on this conversation today. I'm glad I can help that person out, but I'm drained. Just start noticing those things. That's all I'm asking you to do. Okay, I hope this video finds you well. And I hope that it resonates.